Hello everyone, welcome to This Week in Comics. This is Comic Connections, I am Sid, and we're talking about 5 of the comics that have come out this week and 1 graphic novel. And we're going to be looking at some weirder stuff today, because you don't need me to tell you about Sonic the Hedgehog and Venomized and Amazing Spider-Man, blah, 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 blah. So let's go weird this week. Having said that, my first pick this week is Hunt for Wolverine issue 1 from Marvel. So yeah, I am going for a kind of a mainstream superhero book for my first pick. This is sort of an important big one. It feels like we've been building to this since the Legacy books temporarily went back to the original numbering. Wolverine was frozen in adamantium and everyone, oh no, he's dead. He got better, as he did last time he died. So this is like the big Marvel book, and it ties into Infinity Countdown because Wolverine's been showing up in that as well. So even if you're not a big X-Men fan, and I'm not a huge X-Men fan, still feels like a pretty important book for the wider Marvel universe. That's why that's my number 1 pick this week. My second pick is Danger Girl, 20 Years. I'm a big fan of J. Scott Campbell. That might have come up when I've mentioned variants and other books that I like, such as Gen 13 and Danger Girl. And, you know, this is one of the few holdovers that have kind of stood the test of time from the Bad Girl of Comics era that we went through in the mid-90s. So, yeah, somehow it's been 20 years since Danger Girl issue 1 came out. And this big $10 book is sort of an anniversary issue for that. Slightly disappointing to me. I was expecting lots of cool art, stuff we've not seen before, sketches, a collection of rare variants, and some interviews with the people who created the book talking about the legacy of the comic over the last 20 years. That would have been nice. Instead, what we get is very beautiful penciled artwork for all of issue 1. And then the normal coloured issue 1. And that is the whole book for $10. So yeah, slightly disappointing because I think most of the people who like Danger Girl will have at least read Danger Girl issue 1 by now, so having that reprinted twice might not have been the best ideas, especially when you consider how many gorgeous variants there were and, you know, how fun this book was. Why aren't we looking at that? Why aren't we talking about a 20-year legacy? So yeah, it's my second pick because I'm a big Campbell guy and, you know, I ordered this quite heavily, but I'm being honest with you there, wasn't quite what I expected. Following on from that topic of conversation, looking at 20-year-old Bad Girl comics that you don't really hear about anymore, is Lady Death Unholy Ruin issue 1. So it's been a while since we've had kind of a consistent release of Lady Death books, and this is a fairly standard-looking Lady Death book. It's, yeah, kind of nice to see a return of some of the older, weirder books, and it is now being published by a company called Coffin Comics, so it is off the beaten track into the more obscure publishers. We've ordered this fairly heavily because one of our customers wanted one of the variants. We're nice like that. If you're interested in Lady Death, please come into store, check it out, see what you think. Let us know what you think, because you buying it and telling us is the difference between us getting issue 2 in or not. So vote with your dollars or pounds, because this is England. So back towards the stuff you might have heard me talk about before. I'm going to mention that Lost Light is in for 2 reasons. A lot of you asked where this was last week. It didn't ship to Diamond on time, so everyone in America had this last week. We have only just got that this week. Lost Light, it's pretty sad news because we know now that James Roberts won't be continuing on a Transformers book immediately once this storyline wraps up. So the whole IDW Transformers universe is coming to an end. And I kind of picked this comic because that is sad news, but it's also a really good segue into the Transformers Unicron Free Comic Book Day special. This will be available completely free in store on the 5th of May. So please come in and grab this and many other free comics we will be giving away that day. Literally free comics. If you were giving away free comics, you'd expect a queue, wouldn't you? There probably will be at least a bit of a one. So I get to read this a couple of weeks early. Ha ha! It's not that awesome, but it's kind of fun, I guess. So I can let people know what to expect. And I think this is going to be a fairly big deal for Transformer fans. We're going to have a huge summer-long crossover with most of the books double shipping 2 a month. But it all starts right here with Free Comic Book Day 0. Which brings me to the other Free Comic Book Day comic I want to talk about this week, Barrier. Next week I'm going to mention a few other Free Comic Book Day specials. This one is a pick of mine because it's written by Brian K. Vaughan. It's only a 5-part weekly series which is coming out throughout May. First part comes free on Free Comic Book Day, obviously. But the scuttlebutt is they're not reprinting this in a graphic novel form, which seems really stupid to me, but it's already been available online. It's going into print just once, then it's gone. So Barrier, come and grab it free. If you do want to get the rest, please let me know as soon as possible because I've already ordered and I don't think I've ordered enough. Okay, so on to my 5th pick this week, and you might have noticed that I've already mentioned 6 comics, so that just leaves me to very quickly say Titans Annual, Issue 2, The Great Brain Robbery. My graphic novel pick for this week, the 25th of April, as I should have said at the beginning of the video, is the Commandy Challenge from DC. It shipped last week, but I had other stuff to talk about. This week I am picking it because I'm really super interested in reading this one. The idea of this book is you have a rotating team of creators. You've got 12 different teams. And the idea is, at the end of every issue, in the great tradition of kind of 30s, 40s comics and TV serials, you write the character into the worst cliffhanger imaginable, and then you're off the book, and the next guy has to write the character out of the cliffhanger, and then try and put the character into another really awful situation, so the next creative team that comes on at the end then has to dig themselves out of that hole. All right, you got that? It sounds like quite a fun idea to me. I don't know what the execution's like, but I'm looking forward to finding out when I read this. The few people who did get it as it came out as a monthly, really hyped about it, really said a lot of positive things. So, Commandy Challenge. Okay, so that's it for another week. Please come into store, check out everything we've got, because I can only talk about a really small fraction of it. Please comment, like, subscribe if you have not already. As you know, if you want a standing order, you save 20% on Shelf Comics if you pre-order, and that helps me massively because I know what I have to order into store. The new previews is out, so please come in and have a look at that. Free Comic Book Day is just a few short weeks away on the 5th of May, and you can get goodies such as this Avengers book, completely free, but you've got to get in store before they run out. We have a good few hundred of each, but they do go quick. So remember the date. And the week after that is May the 12th. That's just how math works. But more importantly, it's Batman Day, and we're actually doing a big thing with the precinct. I'll give you more details as we get closer to that. But look out for Free Comic Book Day and Batman Day in May coming your way.